All right, I think we live. How's everybody doing today? You guys know who it is, Kevin Allen, Khordmaster. I got my girl dad hat on. Hope everyone's having a great day. I sent out my first newsletter of the year today, and I don't know. I was thinking recently that I wanted to basically make sure that my YouTube community knows about the newsletter. And I thought a really interesting way to do that would be for me to go live on YouTube every week shortly after releasing the newsletter. So I'm on the East Coast, so it's 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right now. I send the newsletter out on Mondays at 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, today's one, I just wanted to kind of do a little bit of a recap of what we talked about. And of course, drop the link for the newsletter in the chat, which you guys can take a look at there. And be sure to subscribe to it if you're interested in getting the newsletter every week. But today, now that we got the little intro out of the way, what we talked about today is this 10-day green smoothie cleanse that my wife and I are doing. And this is the second time that we've done this cleanse. And the first time we did it was 2 years ago. Essentially what it is for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we are having some form of a green smoothie, which I just consumed upon finishing releasing the newsletter. And the green smoothies are what you would expect, right? Whether it has spinach or kale. I think one of them had arugula in it, and then some type of fruits to kind of obviously balance out the vegetable taste of the greens. And yeah, I'm down 13 pounds in 9 days. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling motivated. I'm feeling like mentally strong. And that's kind of one of the things that I talked a little bit about in the newsletter, is that in addition to the obvious health benefits that we get with doing something like this, I'm also just feeling capable of doing a lot of different things, right? More confident in things that maybe I felt unsure about, right? And having this sort of discipline to do something like this. I mean, I love eating just like I'm sure most of the world. And so now, like, denying myself of that for 10 days, yeah, it's just really teaching me a lot about myself, and it's making me feel more confident, more excited, more just determined to kind of continue on with something like this for the rest of the year. So obviously not having green smoothies for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, not to this extent, but sort of adapting a healthier lifestyle for the rest of the year, knowing that I'm able to do it. Like, if I'm able to do what I'm doing right now, then why can't I do something kind of similar to this, but just slowly incorporate things like hard-boiled eggs and, salmon, which I haven't been eating any of in the past 10 days, and I really enjoy that stuff. So yeah, so I'm feeling really good about it. And then the other thing that we talked a little bit about was just like the fact that I'm doing this cleanse with my wife, and we're both in it together, and we're both, like yesterday we were talking about how excited we are to figure out, well, we were talking about what we were going to eat for our first meal on Wednesday, but we were just like two kids, like excited and bouncing different ideas off, like, oh, it's gonna be amazing to have this or that and that type of thing. So it's just a real dope thing. I'm excited about it. And then the last thing that we kind of discussed in the newsletter is how I want to utilize this type of a challenge once a month, and do a 10-day challenge of some sort every month. And I'm heavily leaning towards the month of February being hey babe, how you doing? Something good, not basic, laugh out loud. Oh yeah, that's a fact. And babe, remind me later, I need to update your name, right? So that your name says, you want your name here to say grow my peace, and then like your icon to say that, I think, as well, right? Your logo thing. And also YouTube now has handles as well, so I can you could change your handle too to just grow my piece. So when someone types that into YouTube, they'll be able to come up with your YouTube account. So just an FYI. But yes, definitely not something basic. We need something delicious. We still don't know. I don't think we know what we're doing yet. So we got to figure that out. But you still have a wrench next to your name, which shows that you are someone important, because I made you an admin that time that we were doing I think I couldn't be there for one of my live premieres or something like that. But hope your day's going better than it was earlier because you were on one this morning. You were on one. Hey, Geoff, how you doing, man? The green smoothies are great. My wife got me on those years ago. That's awesome. So, what has been your experience with them? Do you have one essentially like every day for breakfast or something, or do you incorporate that in with your other meals? Because that's the big thing. Like my wife and I were talking about how, like, why can't we just have a green smoothie for breakfast, just moving forward, right? And knowing that like later on we're going to be able to enjoy something healthier, but not have a green smoothie for lunch and dinner. What I was doing before is I was having a green smoothie in addition to, my, somewhat healthy breakfast. I would have like oatmeal and I would probably indulge a little bit, like not adding sugar to it, but just like having a bigger bowl of oatmeal than I probably need to be having, just like stuff myself, just because I enjoy eating, just like, the most of us. So we're just thinking through this different lens. Like if we're able to get to this point in 9 days, then, incorporating something similar and then obviously having some form of workout that we enjoy, that's sustainable, like not necessarily going to the gym and lifting if that's not something that we enjoy doing, but something along those lines. Is definitely exciting. And yeah, I'm feeling excited about this dynamic too. I really want to get more into live streaming on my YouTube channel. And I love talking. I mean, I don't love talking. I like talking and I think I'm good at communicating and stuff. And so I want to just kind of have this set where every week you guys know to expect me here at 9 a.m. East, or 9:30, I guess, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And just have this routine, right? 9 o'clock, the newsletter goes out. From 9 to 9:30, I'm like posting it and promoting it on my socials. No shame in that, uninhibited. Like I'm just letting people know, like, hey, this is what I just did. Check it out if you want. Subscribe. Boom, boom, boom. And then share with you guys afterwards and talk about it. And what I see with this is like maybe eventually people start. I don't know, like people just get to know that this is what's coming and they join like Geoff did, like my wife did, and we have a little banter, a little chat. And my wife, hopefully she heard what I said about the fact that she was on one. I don't think she heard, otherwise she probably would have responded. You said we've fell off recently because of a lot of medical issues with my wife, but along with the green smoothies, what's Greek yogurt smoothies for the healthy, awesome, Greek yogurt smoothies. I think they talked about Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt being one of the snacks that you could have for this particular challenge, in addition to the smoothies, probably for the same reasons that you just mentioned. But yeah, that's kind of where I wanted to leave it. So I want these to probably be about 10 minutes, and maybe I'll go longer in the future. We'll kind of just see how it goes, but I want it to be organic, and I don't think there's much more for me to share now. I think I have a lot to do today. I have a long list of items that I want to tackle today. And I'm excited to do so. I'm not that excited, but I'm excited to get them done. So I'll be working on that the next few hours, and I appreciate you guys. If you're not subscribed, I'll mention it again. The link is in the chat of this, and it's in the description for my newsletter, so check that out. And shout out to Substack. Substack just recently, when I went to the website this morning and started typing my newsletter in, they had a new feature in there that I was kind of curious about, and I added it, or I included it in this week's newsletter. But they have this pledges thing on the newsletter, which allows people who regularly read your newsletter and want to support you monetarily. And we live in a world now where it's there if you want, but I'm not asking. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's an important thing, because people do need to be sustained to be able to provide the quality content. That's why you have the Patreons of the world, and that's why you have all these platforms basically having a feature in them that allow for some type of support monetarily. But at the same time, you want to make sure that people are doing it because they want to. So it needs to be there, and we need to inform people that it's there. Otherwise, they're not going to know that it's there, and there's no chance of people, or a very low chance of people actually supporting you in that type of way. So yeah, I'm in a space where I can talk to that easily, because things are moving in the right direction for me, and I'm seeing the path forward. Like I talked a little bit about my Patreon, and that's what I also love about this. I can ramble on a live stream if I need to, and I'm excited about that. I don't have to have a specific topic like I would on a regular YouTube video. But I talked about my Patreon and how like that is something that I really am putting a lot of focus into this year, and just really wanting to make sure that I deliver the best possible product. And knowing that if it's something that I look forward to and I'm great at, and the people that are joining are also in the same boat in terms of anticipating and learning from, then of course I'm going to lean into that. And of course I'm going to, do everything that I can to promote it. Like, I need people to know that this exists. I know that there's 5, 10, 1,500, 1,000 maybe people in the world that would pay $35 a month to learn about something that's been hard for them. Like, hey, look, for 4 times a week, 4 times a month, every week on Sundays. And so, so I'm excited about that. And you guys have a lot to look forward to on that front as well. And yeah, you got another comment here. It says, I want to do live streams this year when I get more followers. My wife too. We grabbed the sale on rolling live cats, just need more followers. Yeah, that's the thing, followers and a topic, right? A major thing that I've learned in recent history. Recently, a major thing that I've learned is people talk about having a niche, having a specific thing that you talk about that you're known for, and I've always felt a little uncomfortable with that, because sure, you can say music is my niche or niche, however it's pronounced. No, who knows? Like niche. There's a few different areas where I kind of, not a few. I would say music is probably that's my niche. That's what people kind of know me for. My name is Khordmaster. But this whole lifestyle design thing, this whole wellness and just being myself and making people feel good from conversing and getting to know them virtually and stuff, like this is a space that I enjoy and I excel at. So naturally, I don't want all my videos to be just about music. This video is not about music. I didn't talk about music once, except right now. But yeah, so about live streaming, I would say, find something that you're passionate about and just be authentic. I think those are the 2 things, honestly, and be consistent, maybe 3 things. Find something you're passionate about, be authentic, and be consistent, because authenticity is key. People love authenticity. As I'm learning. They want to feel like you are talking to them, like I'm doing right now. I have way too many interests, music being most, but I'm also into filmmaking, film scoring, wellness, cooking, parenting, CGI. Yeah, exactly. So forget all that stuff about picking one. And look, I'm approaching 6,000 subscribers. So to some, that's, whoa, you have 6,000? And to others, that's, oh, cool, you have 6,000. Depends where you're at. But that 6,000 has got me a lot of respect and opportunities already. So I can, only imagine what that's going to kind of continue to do by the end of the year. And what I want to do today too is I want to set myself, maybe I'll do it here live. I want to set myself a goal. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, it makes sense. I want to set myself maybe a subscriber goal. Maybe. Or maybe should it be like a watch time goal? I'm not sure. I'll think about that. But I want to set myself a goal for my channel, to see if I can reach it by the end of this year. And I was gonna say, obviously 10,000 I'll be at, I shouldn't say obviously, I'm approaching 6, but I'll definitely be at 10,000 by the end of the year. I'm very confident in that. But I'm wondering if I do something a little bit more ambitious and be like, yo, what about 100,000? What would it take for me to reach 100,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel? Do I know the answer to that? And if so, am I willing to do what it takes to get there? Or is YouTube just not the main thing that I want to focus on? It's one of the things I want to focus on. I don't even know the answer to that question. So I have to figure that out. I have to be very thoughtful about it, because my tutoring business is something where I'm gonna be putting a lot of attention into that. And I want to merge the 2 in a way where when you guys are watching my YouTube videos, you're constantly, but not over the top, but you're constantly being notified and being made aware that, oh, this Khordmaster guy also has a YouTube channel. This Khordmaster guy also has a tutoring business. Wow, I didn't know that. My cousin needs tutoring. My child needs tutoring. I need to be first of mind when someone is thinking about tutoring from someone who knows me. That's the key. That's the important thing. And so to that point, what does that look like? Well, it probably looks like me building a couple of nice looking one-pager slide things that some of my videos, like as I'm talking, it'll just like be like boom, like tutoring or something like that to notify people that it exists. And not interrupting the video, probably just continue talking, but it just shows up sort of, it's there. It's like a little gentle reminder type thing. Similar to like my newsletter I put on the bottom, sponsored by K-Mats. Sure, K-Mats, which is my company, is paying me to create the newsletter. Sure, that works. I mean, it's all the same entity, but yeah, that's what a sponsor is, right? I think I can be my own sponsor. I don't know. Who knows? You say some nice LumaFusion lower thirds. That's a great idea. Even so, right? Like not on the full screen, maybe just like a small little thing to kind of just show that it's there and leave it there for a few more seconds. Yeah, add some ads. No pun intended. Add ads. Cool. All right. Well, this was great, Geoff. I look forward to hopefully seeing you next week. I'm glad you were, like I said yesterday, I'm glad you were able to catch some of the Patreon on YouTube. I'm glad I decided to stream that still. I'm looking for, and I need to research this too, because it's the one sort of barrier or difficult or challenging thing for me week to week is like sort of setting up I use this same phone as like a webcam. It has a wireless functionality now with Mac Studio, which works incredibly for live streaming. But I want to get something above my keyboard, and I might work on it this week, where it's stationed specifically right above the keyboard, and it has like a MagSafe thing where it's like, I know that when I take my phone and I put it right there, and I guess it would need to be, I'm just thinking about this. The MagSafe would need to be, the main camera needs to be facing down. So I have to figure out how that's gonna work. But yes, I wanna make it so I can just pop it there and it's like ready to go rather than fine tuning and angling and all that kind of stuff. So I will be working on that this week to make just the process a little bit smoother and easier. Moment, yeah, wow, you know your stuff. Yeah, that's exactly the company that I was referred to check out. I may even hit them up to see if they want to work with me on something, but I'm gonna check out their stuff a little bit more. The thing that I saw in there was out of stock at the time that I checked a few months ago, so I think now might be a good time for me to recheck it. But yeah, this was great. Look forward to seeing you next week. Everyone else, thanks so much for watching. I'll mention it one more time. My newsletter, all the things, check it out. There is a link in the description. There is a link in the chat as well. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace. And then I do that, and then I still have to end anyway. I should stop doing that. All right, later.